Ali Carter has beaten Judd Trump 4 times, including in last year's Players' Championship. Trump has just the one win to his name and will be looking to address the balance here tonight. Clive Everton and Alec McManus are opening the batting in the commentary box, but to get proceedings underway, here's John McDonald.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us live at the venue Cymru here in Llandudno, North Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, World Snooker proudly present the Ladbrokes Players' Championship semi-finals. We are live on ITV Sport, and at this time we welcome the millions of viewers joining us around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's one table action. Our referee in charge is Desaslava Boshova, and now it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Open champion and a two-time World Championship finalist. Would you please welcome the captain, Ali Carter! And now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the European Masters champion, the former UK champion, the world number 3, and former world finalist. Ladies and gentlemen, the ace in the pack, it's Judd Trump!
World number 3, Judd Trump, and world number over the best of 11 frames for a place in Sunday's final.
Heads. Okay. It's tails. Judd, you break. Okay.
Come on, Judd. You're on, Judd.
The other semi-final between Ding Junhui
Thank you.
and Marco Fu will be played tomorrow evening.
We can hear you in the commentary.
It's very odd they could hear commentary on the floor. Nothing to do with us. We've got the door closed. Wow.
I think it should be okay now.
I don't know what all that was about.
Thank you. First frame, Judd Trump to break.
Well, very thick on that safety, not that far from the cue ball going into the jaws of the corner pocket. There is a long red on for Trump, but if he goes for it, he better get it, because I can't see any obvious route to safety if he misses.
Yeah, considering taking it on, I think he's going to refuse this, Judd. I don't think it's worth the risk. I think he'd be able to avoid a cannon, one of the loose reds. There is a thin safety he can play. The red third one to the right, he could play that thin. Back into baulk.
A minute of thinking time for Trump. decided to trust his potting in the end. I think if he could place his bridge hand in the usual way, he might even have a crack at that blue, but he couldn't, and therefore the sensible option was the safety.
Would you please turn off the phone?
Desislava Bozilova is the referee, comes from Bulgaria. Ali Carter has 4 world ranking titles to his name. Judd Trump has 6.
That's going to be a department of the game. Ali Carter's going to have to be rock solid tonight, his safety. Just wonder if both players will have had a look at the match this afternoon. Ding Junhui and Anthony Hamilton, where the table played a little on the slow side.
I think regarding Carter's safeties, there's going to be a big difference between getting the cue ball on the ball cushion for Trump and leaving him so that he can get his hand on the bed of the table. And a well-directed safety, that.
Yeah, not half snookered, or virtually snookered in all reds. The one you can see there, maybe through the gap. I don't know if it's, well, it's certainly not any use to him. I'm going to play the 2-cushion escape, 2-cushion glance.
Much thicker than he intended. Black tied up. Pink not well placed either.
He may have to screw off the second red here, Ali Carter. Nah, he just missed it. And that red going over the right corner is almost forcing him now to play the blue. A little test of cueing. Sort of shot the players practice regular. May even fancy the yellow. Probably a good choice playing the yellow. Probably fancy him to pot this.
Three.
These are never easy to judge. You're going to have to play this red on the thin side. Hope for position. Is he playing a deep screw? We know he has the cue power. Oh, that's fabulous.
4.
As all the shots this Carter, no doubt about it.
Ten.
And following 2 first-class wins over Sean Murphy and Neil Robertson, brimming with confidence, it seems to me.
It's a
15.
clash of styles. Both players this evening, Ali brisk and busy around the table and around the pink and black spot.
16.
Judd, more of a nonchalance the way he goes about it.
Twenty-two. 23.
He's just at this stage working out what's the best order to take the reds in here. Pink really only available with maybe a couple of the pockets. Not sure if it goes to left corner. I'd love to get rid of the one, that red nearest it. I don't know if he can play for that right now. I think he has, and that looks good. This is the key red to get rid of.
29. 30. 36. 37. 43.
'Cause that was clever by Ali Carter there, just having the white cleaned. Score the first 40, and then another 25, maybe 30 away from winning the frame.
44.
Just gave him an extra 20 or 30 seconds. Just settle himself in his mind how he's going to go about this. Important first frame this, obviously, against Judd Trump. Want to get off to the best start possible.
$49. 50. 56. 57. 63. $64.
Very comfortably over the line.
70.
Snookers won't come into it in this opening frame.
71.
This was just the decisive break that both players were looking for. And Carter's the one who's made it.
$77. $78.
He's made the break without the assistance of the black. Actually, we've not seen a lot of shots in the whole tournament along this black cushion. I know this one doesn't have any material difference as far as the frame goes, but just be interesting to see if it gets close to the pot, how they're accepting it. As you say, Alan, no material difference between 83 and the century. The 83 gives Carter a 1-0 lead.
Your second frame, Alex Carter to break.
A quick financial note: the loser of this semi-final will walk away with £30,000 and also 30,000 ranking points. The winner will walk away with at least 50,000, and if he wins the tournament, 125,000. Trump turning down that possible long pot. Yeah, and Ali turned that long red down as well there, making his intentions clear that try and keep Judd Trump at arm's length. Certainly early on in the match, not present him with any gift opportunities.
Touching ball.
Well, with the red in baulk, it is a potential re-rack situation. Yeah, Judd not interested in bursting the pack open and cue ball in behind the black. He wants to play it more conventional style. Don't blame him. Most players are like that. Don't really like to have the red spread all over the table, potentially making it a one-shot game or a one-shot frame. Talking about game plans, I think, as I say, part of Ali's strategy will be make Judd Trump work for every opening, make him earn his chances. Trump very short with that safety, but perhaps also a little nervous of disturbing the bunch too much.
No interest shown in what looked like as straightforward a double as you could wish to have. So again, just erring on the side of caution. Don't blame Ali Carter for that. Yeah, he has a bit of angle in this red. We know he's good cue power, Ali. There you see it. Forced into taking the pot on. They probably will be playing it with pace and power. Back up for pink or blue. All about the pot.
Well, not the worst double kiss he could have had by any manner of means. Shunting the cue ball back towards Borg. Trump picks out a long red though, and is no doubt slightly disappointed that the cue ball hasn't come out of Borg.
Trump 1.
Therefore he had to settle for laying a snooker. On the face of it, not a testing one. Although sometimes chances do pop out of these snookers when you don't expect it.
Anonymous, Trump 4. Sorry.
Yeah, it's tough to judge this escape, especially with the black there as well, and the cushions, as we were saying, playing a little softer, which is no bad thing. The bed not as quick as has been the case lately at tournaments. This looks like being short as well.
Anonymous, Trump 4.
See, part of the problem here is he doesn't want to go too square in this and catch the underside of the black and leave the red along the cushion. That's why he's kind of almost been forced to miss the red in the top side as he is. Just doesn't want to flirt with the black.
Fourth attempt, yes, but he is snookered, so he can have as many attempts as he likes. It's only 3 misses and out from an unsnookered position.
Anonymous, Trump 4.
I think the reason he's not playing into the main cluster is 2 dangers. Possibly could leave a red to middle, or possibly could slide off the cluster and leave a red to corner.
Yeah, the way he played that last shot, it looks like he's now trying to lay on the 2 reds together, which is a good shot, good plan. Well played. Does the red go to right middle though? If it does, it may have a little angle on it. Play for the black, it looks like he has.
1.
Oh, the pot was good, but the position on the black was absolute perfection. That's where he'd have put the cue ball with his hand. So first decent opening for Judd.
9. 16. 17. 24. Yeah. 25.
Yes, he had a little kick in the red there, didn't he? But fortunately for Judd, he'd played for a low black, so the cue ball did get through.
Thirty-two.
Now barring a plant to right corner, that looks like end of break. It must be close, having a good look at it. There you see it. Looks pretty well set, doesn't it? Looks a certainty for me. So he's had a right reprieve here, Judd Trump. Looks virtually unmissable. As long as he plays to pot the red, of course. Just marginally set to the left jaw, but I see, can't see him missing it.
Thirty-three.
In and out of Borg.
Oh, that's a bad shot. As soon as he hit that, don't know why he didn't inject some pace into it.
38.
He played to cannon the red, yeah, but that was risky playing it at that pace.
Judd Trump. 38.
Ending with a well-directed safety. A well-played glancing escape though from Carter.
Yes, and Judd forced into playing the red that's on the black cushion. He doesn't want to play it, but might be his only option. He's risking the thin one off the left side, so anything but thick. Yeah, half fancied him to miss that there, but at least he's gotten a sighter at it.
No miss. Alle Carter 4.
Well, Carter elects not to have the cue ball replaced for what was a difficult safety. Thought that he could play a safety of his own which might give Trump more difficulty, but that has not happened.
He's been knocking in this type of shot this week, Judd Trump. Thin red. Got close. How's his cue ball? Looks pretty good in behind the brown.
Desislava Bojilova having a very good look to see exactly where the cue ball is in juxtaposition to the brown in case she has to replace the cue ball.
I think he's setting a little plan here, a little trap, Ali Carter. I think there's a plant on in the pink spot to left corner, and he's fully aware he's leaving Judd the red to left middle. Now, if he misses this, there's a chance he'll leave the plant. Has Judd spotted it? Yeah, this is the red that Ali was banking on him playing. If he doesn't get this, I think there's a plant.
Well, as it happens, Trump has also left the red that he attempted.
Yeah, we had a look at the plant there. It's not dead set, but virtually touching, so it can be made. Ali came to the table licking his chops there because his little plan that he formed has worked a treat. Good chance to get himself right back in the frame.
Six. 7. 14. 15.
'Virtually arrow straight in this, so it'll be a deep screw into the two reds together. Try and push one of them into the open and beyond one of the others. Well, that's not great, is it?
21.
I think Carter can still hit the middle of the cue ball in attempting this cut to right corner.
Oh, great recovery. It was important he potted that, being 30 points behind. If he'd left a red on there, Judd would have had enough with the three open reds to secure the frame, so it brings the three difficult reds into the equation now.
.5. 26. 32.
But the difficult part of the break is approaching.
33.
How does he make use of the 3 awkward reds?
Don't think he can get the 2 together. And not easy to drop in the one on its own. May have to try and just disturb that, hoping to catch it half ball. This is probably about a 1 in 20 shot. Yeah, wasn't easy that. But as I said,
38.
right back in the frame, just 13 behind. He'd have taken that when he came to the table. And very clever safety, pushing both reds left of the black spot.
38.
Keeping the cue ball on the green side. That's excellent from Judd. Just a containing safety. Just bought himself another shot there. It was dangerous to lift that red. He left Ali a chance, so that was a good decision. Just to play the container.
If he plays the red on the right hand side cushion, he's got to be very careful, particularly at that angle.
Yeah, the red's just a bit close to the cushion to play the cue ball straight up and down, and playing it wafer thin is risky. Brings the knuckles, the black pocket into play, and also the double kiss. Oh, he played that well. Did well to avoid the double kiss and get the straight up and down, so every credit. Advantage Ali once more here. Judd has to be careful. Just hoping to chip this red against the black. And played it on the thick side, and a good cue ball again. Brilliant standard this.
Oh, he's come across it.
Animus, Judd Trump 4. One.
So this is where the value of the 16 points in penalties that Trump accrued at the start of the frame comes into play. The winning post comes in sight sooner.
8. Nine. 15.
This red then is frame ball, barring snookers.
16. Trump 16.
But certainly worth Carter playing on. The difference is 33 with 27 on. 2 snookers. But many a frame has been won from that sort of position.
Yeah, and I think Ali's plan here should be pot, green, brown and blue. And chase a 6-point snooker in the pink to peel. Especially where the black is. They only get a couple of opportunities at it.
5.
Yeah, that's a poor shot. So I think if he gets a chance again, he would pot brown and blue.
On Carter 5.
I think Judd's conscious of that as well now. Will Ali play the brown? To pot it, that is. I think this is the wrong decision for me. Just can't see him. Well, be tough getting 1 snooker in the brown, never mind 2. I say, just for me, you better putting all your eggs in one basket. Try and get 1 snooker in the pink.
Well, I'm not quite sure what that was all about. One thing that shot has done is moved the black a long way from the pink. So that was well judged.
Yeah, not half, and look where the brown's finished. I think Judd might risk a swerve here. At least playing it with no pace, he can't leave a free ball. And he can't hit pink or black. Yeah, well done. That was the old deceleration. Tough shot, that.
Frame.
So Carter concedes without further ado, and Trump equalises at 1-all.
Front break.
So we resume at 1-all. Can't reach the potting angle on the red left of picture.
Yeah, he's playing two cushion escape. At least he has a nice little target at the edge of the cluster of reds. 3 or 4 reds to slide off. Well played. Unlucky to catch the blue. And he's left Judd the type of shot that he knocks in monotonous regularity. This is meat and drink usually for Judd Trump, this type of shot. And the black goes.
1. Eight. 9. 16. 17. 24. 25. 32. Yeah.
Now is he going to chase the angle this time on the black? Open up the bunch of reds. To win the frame, he's going to have to at some stage. The other 3 reds left of the pink are in the open, but they're not really accessible right now.
$33.
Just checking that the pink goes. One loose red to the right, he'll be playing on that, I would imagine. This shot will tell us if he has any maximum aspirations in his mind.
41.
I think he does. Obviously a long way in the future, the way the reds are. I say, if he was just trying to win the frame, the pink was definitely the ball to play on just then.
$48.
Yeah, change of plan. It's just about winning the frame sensibly.
49. 54. 55.
delicate respotting job here for Desislava Bozilova in between the reds and
61.
getting the pink absolutely central down the line of the centre spots.
62.
And this is what happens playing Judd Trump. This break's been going just about 5 minutes now. And he's almost at the point of winning the frame. He can take the game away from you so quickly.
'67.
Well, Carter is resigned, I would have thought, to losing this frame.
68.
By popping the black, Trump increased Carter's task
75.
beyond one snooker.
Just Trump 75 and frame.
So Trump 75 is the only score of the third frame. It enables him to lead by 2 frames to 1.
4. Alec Carter to break.
Well, that looks as if it's turned out well for Trump.
He was forced into playing the top red there, the only one he could really get through to. It may work in his favour. Pushing all the reds into open plate. This will be a test of Judd's safety. Catch this red thin. No, I played it well. Well, sorry, I think he played it. He did play it well, side cushion first, but unfortunately the red sprung across. He's got the double kiss now. What damage has he done? I think Ali can get through to the red to left corner, so he's created another chance for himself here.
One.
Good decision playing for a baulk colour, made the pot easier, took the kick out of the equation as well. Good opening this.
Five. Six.
This is the frame that Carter has to win.
12.
To avoid trailing 3-1 at the mid-session interval.
13. 19. 20. 26.
Well, it looks pretty straightforward for another 3 red pinks.
27.
Yeah, he didn't want to be too straight in the pink. He's coming round. I think the 2 reds together near the right corner, I think, are a plant into the left corner, but he'll only play that as a last resort. How straight is he in this next red? Play a
33.
little soft screw off the other one, or can he play it plain ball and find a little gap? Yeah, so it's a soft screw. Doesn't really want to push this red towards a cushion, which he has.
34.
Well, I said it looked pretty straightforward for another 3 red pinks, but as Carter has proved, it's never as easy as it looks.
Yeah, one just half bad positional shot puts him out of position. Now this pink, you'd fancy him knocking it in, but if he's got to play some sort of cannon on a red, concentration can just come off the pot just a hair. Bit straight in the red, but we do know Ali Carter has terrific cue power. You'd expect him to get out for pink. There you see it.
Fifty.
Yes, he'll actually settle for that. That was a good shot, that. Choice of pink or blue. Having pushed the red near the right corner, it's all about the pot. Oh, this could be the key to the frame, knocking this in.
But he hasn't done so.
41. One.
Now does Judd risk the cannon on the black and the red? I think he should be playing it, even if he finds the gap. Chance of cannon the other 3 reds, and he's played it. Yeah, very good.
6. Seven.
Well, it looks as if all he can do here is pot the blue.
Yeah, he's still got a chance at this red. I think he was hoping to catch the top bump of the middle pocket there, bring the cue ball back towards the red, but still probably fancy him to pot this. Should finish on a baulk colour.
13.
Full ball on the green would be plumb. That's nice. So a good angle.
$17.
Well, that was a surprise.
Just trump. 17.
After doing so well with some tricky shots, he seemed to have settled, but seemed to be a bit of body movement, sideways body movement.
Yeah, I think you're right, Clive. I think he just didn't deliver the cue properly. Type of shot that one, that when the cloth is a little on the slow side, puts pressure on you. It's not just a case of just flicking the cue through and getting the desired screw back in the back up for the blue. You have to put a little bit of body movement into it. Wins there from Ali Carter, leaving hand on the table. He's expecting Judd to pop this red in.
1. Six. Seven.
Yeah, Judd will already be thinking of the yellow, and where the green is, it's not a massive issue. So a few key shots coming up here.
12. $13. $19.
Played that well, made it look easy. A beautiful little angle on the pink to get nice and close to the red. Make the red almost unmissable. Didn't quite get the cue ball down far enough, but should still knock this in.
26.
And now Now his attention goes towards that yellow. But as I say, pot the red, decent angle in any colour. You'd fancy him to complete the clearance here.
Fine, 7.
Well, that looked to me like an attempted cannon on the yellow.
Yeah, he definitely tried to shift it. Now we know he does play the odd shot right-handed. This will tell us how confident he is with his opposite hand.
31.
Yeah, not that confident. But as I say, nothing to do with the cue ball, all about the yellow.
Carter scored first with 41 in this frame.
But
it doesn't look as if he's going to score again. Only the blue needed. Wow.
Just Trump, 40.
Well, maybe he knew that the potting angle was also sending the cue ball dangerously near the ball pocket, but I still didn't expect him to miss that. Nobody did.
I think we're all astonished at the miss blue by Judd there. Missed that probably one in about 500.
Well, for whatever reason he missed it, it's thrown a lifeline to Carter. If he can somehow pot the last 3 colours.
Yeah. Great choice of shot from Ali, putting the blue near the black. Try and force Judd to just push it into the open. He's going to have no choice. Black is going to come into open play here. I think he's just going to have to risk it. As long as he gets the blue safe, where the black goes is largely out of his hands.
Oh, instead of which he's just made a complete mess of that safety. Trump should have been 3-1 up. But here's Carter's chance for 2-all.
Yes, he doesn't really want to play the pink to middle. I think he could squeeze an angle out of this. Maybe up for pink into corner. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue there. Well, I'm a little surprised he played it that way. Can't get absolutely in behind the black. Still should knock it in. But there is pressure on it. Frame before the mid-session interval. 3-1 or 2-all.
This for 2-all then. Trump's failed frame ball blue may play a significant part in the outcome of this match. It's 2-all at the mid-session interval.
After what might have been the preamble, it's now the meat
Thank
of
you,
the
frame
match.
5. Judd Trump to break.
And really, we're no wiser when it comes to the identity of our first finalist. It was a tough one to call before they broke off. It remains very much so.
Anonymous. Judd Trump 4.
One of these situations where Carter could basically hit a red almost blindfolded, but it's not a matter of hitting a red, it's a matter of hitting it thin off a couple of cushions and thereby returning the wide ball into bulk.
You very often see the player miss this shot the first time. Honestly, if you hit it too thick, as he has done, leaving the cue ball and at the business end of the table. So having dealt Judd Trump a body blow by pinching that fourth frame, Ali Carter, he's handed the initiative straight back to him here. Chance for Judd to eradicate the memories of that missed blue. It's got to start all over again now.
7.
1-0 down. He was starting to dominate his opponent.
Eight.
And he's the kind of player who has the arsenal to dominate, the capability to swamp an opponent.
$15. 16.
He's playing for the red to the left corner. He's going to play this well on the left-hand side. Yeah, that's nicely played. And consequently, that's opened up a red to the opposite corner.
23.
Might choose to leave the angle here in the black to go into the bunch. Yep.
24.
Right through. Maybe it's just a little bit straight, possibly. I know he's got the cue power, but possible play for the red to right corner first. I don't know if both reds go. Certainly after this one, we'll release the other one.
31.
Better to go into the pack of reds though, when there is maybe one or two loose reds there. There's a bit of insurance. Should the split not work out.
32. $39.
We saw Ding Junhui play a similar shot this afternoon, but he screwed the cue ball back to the side cushion. No such result from Judd Trump. That was perfectly played.
47. 48.
Really is power snooker, isn't it, Phil, that he plays?
Well, I think the word that springs to mind,
55.
intimidation. You can just rip a frame apart.
$56.
Caught the red a touch too thick, even though he potted it. That's why he's not on the blue ideally. And now just a grain of pressure on this one.
61. Jet thrum.
Nice
61.
technique let him down badly there. There's definite movement there. As you say, Phil, finishing the wrong sided blue. It just made that red missable. And I think the reason he missed it is because of what happened in the fourth frame.
1.
If he was 3-1 up, he would never have missed that red.
And let me tell you right now, Trump's sitting back there in his chair, thankful for the two awkward reds.
6.
One on either side cushion. Not happy though.
Seven. $12. 13. 20. 21.
The fourth frame was bad enough to lose for Judd Trump, but this would hurt. If Carter could clear up here. Big ask at the moment with those two reds on cushions. And this doesn't look good. No, it's pulled up nicely.
26.
I thought I'd overhit that. Cue ball seems to come to a halt quite quickly, Phil. It looks like it's going to run, and then all of a sudden it just pulls up.
I think it would be overdoing it to say the table's slow, but it's slower than normal. These tables are very fast in general, but this one, not quite as quick as we normally expect week in, week out.
27.
Well, he can play for either red. The red that's on the right-hand side cushion, he can actually play to take that off if he chose. If he's going to play on the one on the left-hand side cushion, he just mustn't leave himself straight.
$34.
Just looking to leave himself a natural angle in the black. So when he does pot it, he cannons the red on the right side cushion. And you see he's quite straight, so he can't afford to get too clever with this. Yeah, just make sure the pot.
35.
So now, don't take your eyes off the pot here. Sometimes you can pay too much attention to where the cue ball's going. He has done, but I think he's got away with it.
Malacarta, 35.
Happens so many times. Half an eye on the cannon, forgets to pot the object ball.
An absolutely crucial passage of play in this match. No escaping that. And using the spider here, this is horrible. So easy to flick on a little bit of side you don't want and miss the red by an embarrassing distance. What a gift. Just what Judd Trump would have wanted.
It's fascinating, top-level snooker, the
One.
twos and fros of psychological battles. From Carter having the advantage after frame 4, then possibly again
3.
there to pinch this frame, and now he's sat in his chair. He feels awful again. And that's very careless from Judd Trump.
3.
Now Carter stayed sitting down, giving Trump hope that he might concede, but we all knew he wouldn't.
Two. Carter. 2.
My theory on Trump's nervousness this evening is that he has been so successful this season for little silverware reward. Bear in mind this is his 7th ranking event semi-final of the campaign. The only trophy in his possession, the European Masters, won in Bucharest, Romania back in October. He's trying to reach his 5th ranking final. He just wants to get another title under the belt. And as we've seen in all kinds of sports, when you're consistently the nearly man for a lengthy period of time,
3.
it is a monkey on the back.
Seven. Trump 7 and frame.
Well, Trump's back in front. A 61 break to start things off, and in the end, he just about got over the line. He'll be relieved by that. 3-2.
Up, and that would have been so it looked like he was maybe going to go on and win, maybe 6-2, 6-1.
Break.
You could be right, Phil. We could be in for a long night.
I just think that Trump wants this so much for so many reasons. His head-to-head record against Carter another, and I think sometimes that might add to the pressure. Oh, what a shot that was, though, and look at the kiss.
1.
That's why you've got to have your safety play absolutely watertight. Just an incredible potter.
Eight. Nine.
Nice angle. He could choose to go into the pink here, but he has got loose reds available. Well, that's a very clumsy positional shot. It really is. It's so much margin for error.
14.
Not quite out of the woods yet. He could actually put this black at pace and use the other red to go to disturb the bunch. Yep, that's what he's done. Great shot. Very aggressive.
22.
Certain players, it's enjoyable to watch them. Others, it's a privilege, and
23.
for me, Trump falls into that latter category. I think he's the best potter I've ever seen. That's a big call, I know, but I genuinely believe that.
Yep, he's definitely right up there. Phenomenal talent. He's got to start turning that talent into titles, though, Phil. He doesn't want to be remembered for being the best potter in the game. He wants to win titles, surely. In my view, he should be dominating this sport.
28. $29.
And you know, I think he believes that as well. I think if he could win the Players' Championship over the course of this weekend, maybe the
34.
floodgates would be flung open.
$35. $40. $41. $48. $49.
And I think it's
56.
improved immeasurably in the last 2 or 3 years, his cue ball control.
57.
He used to get out of position quite regularly in breaks. He used to be able to rescue himself with great potting, but now he's got very tight control of that cue ball. The reason is because he's shortened his backswing,
64.
which gives him more control. He's let that one go a little bit. No
65.
problem.
Well, now, with just 5 reds left on the table, that's 67 points there.
71.
Trump is 71 ahead, so Carter, in a frame that's been in duration just over 5 minutes, knows he's lost it.
72.
Now the task for Trump is to add another century to his total. He's made more than anyone else this season.
77.
If he could reach 3 figures here, it would be his 60th century in tournaments this campaign.
78.
Since the interval, it's been pretty much the Trump show.
86. $92. 93. 100.
I love this when he's got a frame secured and we see these exhibition shots. Lovely from Trump, trademark stuff. And now, very quickly indeed, he turns 3-2 into 4-2.
Thank you, frame 7. Just ramp the break.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Ladbrokes Players' Championship of 2017, the opening semi-final. This Judd Trump 2 frames away now from booking his place in the final. But anyone who knows snooker knows that Ali Carter could still have a big say in this contest.
He's got to start getting in first in these frames now, Ali Carter. Maybe have to... No, it's not easy just to start going for everything, but maybe have to take a couple of risks here and there to get in first. He's just plotting these now like they're hanging over the pocket. Beautifully controlled the way, all that top spin. That was deliberate to control that for the blue. Incredible cue power.
6. 7.
I'm not jealous of much in other players, Phil, but I certainly would have loved a bit of this boy's cue power.
For me, the analogy is what we saw last weekend in Mexico in the World Golf Championship event. Dustin Johnson, he's able to do things with a golf ball others can't do. And Trump's like
15.
that in snooker. Unlimited potential.
$22. 23.
Deliberately leaving himself low in this red. So we're going to the bunch here. Again, the important thing, don't leave the cue ball on the side cushion. He played that with a lot of left-hand side
31.
to make sure he took the cue ball away from danger. So he's left with a little tester. I mean, the way he's playing, it's almost a gimme, but just going to negotiate the cue ball as well. Yeah, the green was annoying him a little bit there in terms of the path that the cue ball was going to take up and down the table.
31. One.
Needless to say, this is a very important visit to the table for Alistair Carter. If he's going into the bunch, you can see those two reds. They're just aiming towards that right corner pocket, so he's got to be a little bit careful here. If he catches a top red on the left-hand side as we look at it, he could easily pot the red as well.
Six.
Now the red is close to a pocket, but that cue ball in a very ticklish position. Not nice at all.
Seven.
Yes, deserved applause that. Uncomfortable cueing. And now a really good chance. Needs to make his presence felt again.
Eleven. Twelve. Fourteen. 15.
Decent chance this now. Very important frame. Doesn't want to go 5-2 down. You would have to say the match is virtually over
20.
should that happen. So massive visit to
21.
the table this for Ali Carter. Underhit that. It's going to have to go back up for the blue.
28. $29. $34.
I can usually tell by Carter's body language how happy he is with the shot, and you can tell there he's gone too straight in this red. It's close to the right corner. Very dangerous in these pockets. It's so tight. If you try and pinch a bit to create a bit of angle.
35.
So this black is now missable.
Ricardo, 35.
A pressurised shot if ever there was one.
Yeah, didn't even get close, did he?
1.
So maybe a sign that one player is getting stronger and one player is weakening. That was a disappointing end to that visit. But the way the reds are, there's a wee bit of snooker left in this frame. That was well played.
6.
To leave an angle in this red. Well, possibly can play to take the other red out here. He did, which ultimately made the pot more difficult.
Just wrong, 6.
Very aggressive shot. It's the right shot.
Nicely done, but cue ball too close to the side cushion. Incorrect angle on the blue.
Six.
Now this red could be the key to the frame. Should be the key to the frame. Well, the pink is awkward, but the good news for Carter, he doesn't need it. Ten in front, so in order to leave Trump requiring a snooker, just has to pot yellow, green and brown.
$14. $17.
He is nothing, Ali Carter, if not tenacious. Every time it seems that Trump is about to seize total command. Carter bounces back, and he does so again. Just one frame now divides. Ali Carter feeling a whole lot better. Trump, though, in front at 4-3.
Thank you, frame 8. Ali Carter to break.
Venue Cymru in Llandudno is the location. The tournament is the Players' Championship. The match, semi-final number 1. And what a cracker it's turning out to be.
And that was a tough pot, but he has been knocking them in for fun so far. It's very unlike Ali Carter to miss-hit a safety shot that badly. I don't think he's done any damage. The possibility of a plant to the left corner. 2 reds just above the black. He's coming around to look at it now. He won't be playing it for a colour. The cue will be going back to safety. But I'm going to get close to this, I think. Concentrate fully on the cue ball.
Anonymous. Just throw 4.
That was a case of does he or doesn't he. Thought long and hard before putting Carter back in. Just thinking, you know, on a couple of occasions Carter has fought back to beat Trump in the past. This season, China Championship, last 16, he was 4-3 down, won 6-4. Most notably, last 16 of the 2012 World Championship. Carter trailed 12-9, won 13-12. So being 4-2 down here tonight, he wasn't phased.
Yeah.
Playing the same shot again. Now then, he will be warned. You can't miss a red you can see directly 3 times. That would be a loss of frame. So Desislava Boshelova, having put the cue ball back, will tell Ali Carter about a rule he knows only too well.
The red that's to the right, the blue, he can play that
If you miss again,
with a lot of left-hand side. The cue ball side cushion, then top cushion, and the check side will take it in a straight line back up to baulk. He hits that red about half ball on the left-hand side as he's looking at it. Well, he's not playing that, he's playing the screw shot, so this could go wrong. That's very good. Danger that shot, bringing a red back up to the baulk end. Well, he's done very well to get that path through all the reds. That was quite an aggressive shot. I said he had to try and get in first in frames. That was an excellent pot. A little bit surprised he's not taking the yellow on to the green pocket.
Carter 1.
I suppose the way the reds are spread, the snooker in its own way is quite an aggressive shot. It's hard to see how Judd Trump can get out of this. The red he'd love to land on is the one that's to the left of the black, closest to the black cushion. If he could rest on that cushion side of it. But I don't think he can get to that, so this is the problem here. Looked almost like a hit and hope. So, correct shot choice from Ali Carter, refusing that yellow.
One.
Began very brightly with an 83 break in the first frame. After that, his scoring has been a little subdued. He hasn't made another half century, but this is a really good opportunity. And if he does get back to 4-4, serious doubts will start to mushroom in the mind best of three. I'm just thinking about the recent scarring that Judd Trump has suffered. Beaten in a deciding frame finish 9-8 by Stuart Bingham in the Welsh Open. Lost in the semi-finals of the Championship League. Then the final of the Gibraltar Open. It's great getting to the big occasion, but you don't want to keep losing there. And that was just sweet.
You'd love to play for the red that's on the black spot, which you can do here. He's just not hit it hard enough. It's going to pull up short. He's still on it. Oh, maybe put the red just next to the pink pots. That was a bonus.
6.
No applause, but at that pace, at that angle, into the middle, that was bold.
12.
And pink's available now to left corner. And he won't play for the black here. So he gets that red away from the black spot. He'd love to
13.
be high in the pink. That looks to be pretty good. Yeah, now we can get rid of that troublesome red.
20.
It's not often you see much reaction from Judd Trump, but you could tell there he's disappointed. He's finished dead straight in this black. And again, well, he showed a bit of reaction, but he's absolutely perfect.
27.
You could see the cue ball jump. I just think he probably thought when he first made contact with the black he wasn't going to get where he ended up. But if he could have picked the cue ball up with his hand, he couldn't put it in a better place.
Twenty-eight. $35.
Given its context, this is a really good effort.
42. 43. 50. 51. 55. 56.
'Just got to really concentrate here. Make sure he puts this frame to bed right now.
61.
'Definitely think this is the right red to play. It's done over for the black.
62.
So this black to go 16, 69 up, with 67 on. Service resumed.
69.
Long ball potted and win the frame in one visit.
70.
He's a truly
77.
phenomenal talent. He
78.
won the English Under-15s Championship, Stephen, when he was 10. So he's been playing snooker for, what is it now, 16, 17 years at a very high level.
83.
Yeah, he's got to start translating this great snooker into titles, though,
84.
hasn't he? He knows that. In my opinion, he definitely should have won the World Championship by now.
89.
As he fluked. Oh, not quite.
89.
So no
And frame.
century break for Judd Trump, but that's just what he would have desired. He is back in front again. The scoreline now, 5-4. On 3 occasions this evening.
Thank you, Frank.
At 2-1, it's 3-2, at 4-3. Ali Carter has fallen behind and found a response. Can he do so again? Trailing 5-4. Ideally, Trump would have loved to have won this match 6-0, 6-1, 6-2 with a cavalcade of big breaks. But I think if he does come through, because Carter's provided a real examination, if Trump does come through, I think it will stand him in really good stead for the final.
Touch and go. It's not. No.
I think Carter was expecting to be awarded a free ball there, but Desislava Boshelova tells us it isn't. Not a free ball, a touching ball. I'm getting caught up in the excitement. I think actually I was concentrating on saying the referee's name properly so much I couldn't think straight. This could be one of those frames where all of the reds open up and the first one who's in could make plenty. Seven open reds as it is.
One.
So first chance, first match winning chance in this frame.
4.
For Judd Trump.
5.
Can certainly give himself a decent lead before he has to do anything with a pack of reds. You can see 6 potable ones.
10.
5 in the open, 1 at the back of the pack to the left corner.
11.
May take the risk of this blue into the pink, but you know, he's just not going to take any undue risks at the moment. It's a nice pink to go into because you can see the way the reds are situated. They're not going to block the black up. The reds are going to go either side
15.
of the black. But not thinking about that at the moment.
$20. 21. 28.
Decision time here. Does he leave the angle in the black to go into the bunch?
29.
Does he play for that red into the same pocket? I think with his cue power, now is the time. He's not happy how he's finished on the black. But I think it looks perfect into that little gap in the reds, the bottom of the reds. Well, he's going for the one remaining red. I just hope he gets a good angle the next time, because that looked ideal to me there.
37.
Yeah, that's good. Stunning to the red. That's to the left of the two above the black. Oh, he's missed it. So I think he missed a trick by not going into the pack before. Don't often see Trump missing the contact on the bunch of reds like that. And it's a very careless safety shot.
Just Trump. 4-4.
Yeah, so Trump's initial contribution in frame 10 is useful but not decisive. And Trump won't mind seeing those two reds gravitate onto the left-hand side cushion. Well, that was such a good pot with such an awkward bridge hand, all cramped up, that I think he deserved the kiss.
What a result. He completely mishit that.
6.
And to catch the jaws of the pocket to put him on this red. Two decent bits of fortune there, knocking the
7.
blue over the pocket. And then that very fortunate position shot has put him in with a great chance to win this match now.
$14.
That, ladies and gentlemen, should seal it, barring accidents. This season, Judd Trump has been in the final of the European Masters, Welsh Open, Gibraltar Open, English Open. I think we can add the Players' Championship to that list. Honourable mention to Ali Carter. He's played a really big part in what's been a lovely evening snooker. But in the last two frames, he has not potted a ball, he has not scored a point.
37. 38.
Trump can now have a nice
43.
Saturday by the seaside and think about the title match
44.
on Sunday. And Stephen, he will be delighted.
50.
Yeah, it's another final. It's another chance to win a big event.
51.
As you say, Phil, with a chance to relax tomorrow. Watch the other two players in the other semi-final sweat it out. Have a nice day, chill out,
56.
and come back ready for the final on Sunday. You're going to take some stopping, there's no doubt about it.
58.
He's a juggernaut,
Just from 58.
and he's on the road to maybe another title. The result tonight, Judd Trump 6, courageous, but ultimately defeated Ali Carter 6-4.
Put under some pressure from at different spells of the match from Ali Carter. I think he's becoming a monster of a player, that's what I think.
What was your assessment of what you saw?
Very good, because he was pegged back to 4-all. He never conceded a point in the last 2 frames. And the thing with Trump, he's very difficult to keep out. I mean, if you're sitting in the chair playing Judd Trump, you just can't keep him out for long periods. Even in the last frame, OK, he didn't win the match in one visit. He got in and made 40-odd, but then he got in again, you know, he was queuing awkwardly. You just can't keep him out for very long, and that's where he's so dangerous.
This was just a really good snooker match because we had a bit of everything all the way through from both players.
Yeah, I credit to Ali Carter. He made a real match of it, as I said. I thought he would. Yeah. Thought he would run him close. I thought Judd would just prevail in the end, and it proved to be the case. But as I say, he can be proud of himself. But Judd Trump is banging. I mean, I think there's been a couple of technical changes. He's shortened up his action, and it makes for a better cue ball positionally, and he doesn't miss.
But when we're watching the match, and you're watching people in the crowd about the way they respond to him as well, because we watched the match this afternoon with Ding and Anthony Hamilton. It was a good match. Yeah. But there's something a little bit extra about watching Judd. He does give you that little extra edge.
He does, and he's a very much, if you like, modern-day player in that, you know, his style is based mostly around attack. I mean, we know that he can play actually a pretty mean safety game, but really his strength is all about how he scores. He's dangerous. And also, you know, in beating Ali Carter there, he's put a few little ghosts to rest in that he's lost to him a few times. He's only beaten him once, and trust me, that would have been on his mind. He lost in the World Championships to him. So to beat him in such a big tournament like this, that's kind of, must think, OK, well, now that's another player I've put away, another little tick in the right box. And who's to say he won't win the title now? Absolutely.
Fascinating to see what happens from here on in. But should we have a look at some of the best moments of the match and some of the key moments of the match?
Yeah, there were a lot of both, Rishi. I mean, this last frame, he pots 2 reds. This is the first one. Myself and Neil were sitting here thinking this is going to be an interesting safety battle coming up. But again, he's such a strong potter, knocks it in from nowhere. Plum on the green, drops that in. But later on in the frame, he pots an unbelievable. We didn't even see the red that was in the middle of the table.
I know. I mean, this was a surprise. I mean, I don't know how he's missed the reds there. I think it's because he hit them too hard and the cue ball swung initially wide that the screw never had a chance to grip. But so he puts that behind him, dusts himself down. OK, he made 44. He's had to queue up from there. He's got a very difficult bridge, but he knocks the red in. OK, he knocked the blue over the pocket. He actually got a bit lucky because he wriggled a ball in the jaws, but then he didn't make any mistake with this little cannon the next time around. And just if you just keep getting in, it just doubles your chances, you know, all the time.
That's a little part of Judd's game. I think's improved immeasurably. He's potting in the middle pockets. In the penultimate frame tonight, he potted 3 or 4 really good shots in the middle to keep breaks going. So accurate.
Yeah, when Judd is playing the way he does, at his absolute best, there will be moments during any match where he's going to need a little bit of luck because he's got that style, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes he'll lose to people that he should beat because when the pots aren't going in, you give chances away. But what he needs to be is a bit more consistent. It's interesting the other night when he came in, he said, when I make a break now, I get less people clapping me than I used to. And I know what he means by that. What he's saying is that he doesn't get out of position as much as he used to.
Yeah.
He used to play good shot, good shot, good shot in a break. Now he's got a cue ball in more measured control. So that's where he's improving. And there is still room for improvement, but the strength of his game must never change. He's a very devastating long potter.
Alan, I think Neil's just touching on something there that I think you would like to talk about as well, which is almost making his game a little bit more compact, but without losing the flair, I guess.
Yeah, I said on ITV 2 or 3 years ago that I thought Judd had then, at that stage, become a rounded player. I think he's now the complete player, and that's the difference. The technical changes, I think, has shown that. It's a good decision. I think the new cue has made a difference as well.
Yeah.
He's been using that for probably about 5 or 6 months, and he's got control as well as power.
Yeah, and obviously there's a final for him on Sunday, but just looking a little bit further down the line, the World Championship is around the corner. Mark Selby is knocked out. I mean, in terms of which player is best ready to win the title at the Crucible, would it be Judd?
I think so. Obviously, we know what Selby's going to do. He's going to be. You have to scrape him off the table if you're going to beat him, kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you know, if Judd is to be the complete player, I would say he's not yet. Alan thinks he is. When he wins the world title, yes, I think he is then, and I think it could be this year. I think we agree on that he could be this year.
OK, well, whatever. He is through to the final of the Players' Championship on Sunday, but now he's chatting to Phil Yates.
Judd, a fantastic result.
Yeah, I was pleased in the end to get over the line. I think I kind of chucked a few frames away. I was always in control again, and a little bit disappointed with some of the mistakes I made. I got in first quite a few times, just made silly mistakes really, so that's why it was so close.
And what about the mid-session interval? Obviously missing that blue must have been quite disappointing.
Yeah, I've learnt to deal with it. I think nowadays it's just another frame really. There was still a long way to go in the match, and obviously it's disappointing to miss that, but it's only one frame. Obviously it'd been nice to be 3-1 up, but then who knows what could have happened. I could have relaxed, and in that way kept me motivated not to do the same again.
Ali's got a really good record against you. He's very tenacious, isn't he? He just wouldn't let go.
Yeah, he's a hard player to play. I think he kind of can bully you around the table if he gets in front, so it's important to play well. And yeah, he doesn't make many mistakes really when he's playing like that. When you know, because when he gets to sort of the latter stages of a tournament, you know he's playing well. He often doesn't lose sort of quarters and semi-finals. He either goes out early or gets to the final.
But from 4-4, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I closed the game out good. I think my long potting was the difference in the end. I think safety was good. I kind of bossed the game again, similar to Ronnie, but just kind of made a few mistakes really. If I can cut them out, then obviously I've got a good chance to win it.
And that's now 5 ranking event finals this season.
Yeah, it's consistent stuff. Obviously, it's important to win as many titles as possible, but it's nice to put yourself in the mix all the time. And you've seen what Ding done a couple of seasons ago. He kind of dominated, so it's nice to kind of put my stamp on the game and let them know that I'm here.
And now the chance to chill and have a Saturday by the seaside.
Yeah, it's nice to have a day off. Obviously, normally you're playing Saturday, so it's nice to have a day off, kind of take it in, come over, watch them tomorrow and just relax, really. So a little bit different, but it's probably good to have a nice rest day.
Well, you're playing brilliant snooker, and we're delighted to see you in the final.
Thank you, cheers.
He is playing brilliant snooker, but guys, you just heard him saying the first reaction was, I made a couple of little mistakes. Is that the sort of thing you want to see, someone reflecting and working out where they can get better straight away?
Well, I think every player is the biggest critic. You know, no one's ever going to be producing the complete performance because they will miss the odd shot here and there, and they want to put everything, don't they? They're greedy snooker players. But it was a great performance all round, and after being put under pressure, like he said in his chat to Phil there, the way he responded was impressive the last couple of frames, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the point. You know, in a player's career, the leading players occasionally will play almost the perfect match. I can think of O'Sullivan doing it to Ricky Walden in the Masters a few years ago, just didn't miss a ball. But it happens so infrequently that if you're pretty much 90-95% of your game, I mean, I'm looking down his pot success, 93%. His long pots, 73%. That's a high ratio. So he's getting in, he's scoring, he's not missing much, and he's becoming the real deal.
OK, well, let's move it on and talk about the next semi-final, Marco Fu and Ding Junhui. What can we expect when these two go head-to-head tomorrow evening?
I think we can expect an incredibly high standard from both players, and whoever comes through it, it'll be a brilliant final, because it'll be a clash of styles with the control of Marco or Ding against the fire and the power of Judd.
What about Marco against Ding tomorrow? How do you see? Who do you think might come out on top now?
I've always felt that Ding is a slightly better player than Marco Fu. Whether he is right now is another matter. They've played in the Masters final before, which Ding won. I think whoever does win is not favourite to beat Judd Trump in the final. And right now, I'd quite like to see... I really love Marco. I think he's a brilliant guy. But I'd love to see a Ding and Judd final. I think that would be special. But Marco is in there fighting. Do you think Ding will come through against Marco?
I think he will, and I've got a feeling he'll win comfortably. I don't say that lightly because, as Neil mentioned, Marco's playing at the top of his game, but Ding's really looking good, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, he looked much better as he came through in his quarter-final match to book his spot in the semis. Let's just remind you of some great sport coming up.